All right, for all those watching, I'm Anthony Rhodes Jr. I'm here with LSU commit Malik Nabers and four-star cornerback and the number one corner in the boot, Laterrance Welch, Acadiana High School and Southside High School. If I left anything I can add on.
That's it. It's good.
All right, for sure. Okay, so for my first question, for both of y'all, talk about, I guess, like what some of y'all goals that y'all have uh, in the near future that y'all trying to accomplish.
My goals in the near future for this year is to enroll into LSU campus and just ball out, try to compete for a spot. Hopefully start if I get the chance to.
Um, my goals is to get better during the year, get ready for the next season, train with him, train with Jordan, all them boys, just to get better and better. And I'll see where that take me.
For sure, and then I have like a large New Orleans audience, but like y'all play in the Lafayette area, so for people who may not have seen y'all, talk about like the way y'all play and who y'all are.
The way we play aggressively. We play fast, we play physical, and we just like balling out with each other. It's not even about really the competition with us. It's about like the brotherhood.
Basically in our area, everybody know each other. I feel like everybody in Lafayette really slept on, so we just
And there's no hating. There's no hating with us. We all applaud everybody that come around, and we all just it's like balling with each other.
Facts.
And then I guess I start off with my first question for you, Malik. Like, talk about LSU, why LSU, and like what are you most excited about going to LSU?
It's the culture. I had a few talk with like Jack Besh, and he was like, just think about it. Nothing beating Death Valley on a Saturday night, and I had to think where I was recently last year. I went to almost like every LSU home game, and I was like, maybe like that was a sign from God when I asked him to give me one, and that's what I chose. And just to stay close to home. I mean, I got a lot of fans out here where I'm at right now, and they don't have to travel 5 hours to just go to Mississippi. They can travel maybe 30 minutes just to go to Death Valley. And I mean, all the kids like going to Death Valley anyway, so.
Definitely, and then for Laterrance, of course, like you haven't made a college decision yet because you're 2022. But talk about some, like, don't see like narrow it down anything. But like, what are some of the schools that's like pushing after you the hardest, or some schools that you kind of like looking into?
I'll say Oklahoma, Mississippi State, Texas A&M. That's really it. Like since the season started, schools haven't been reaching out like that and stuff like that. We just been holding conversation on the phone sometimes and stuff like that. Corey Raymond just hit me up from LSU. We've been talking.
Facts, and then I guess going right back to you for another question. Talk about repeating this year, winning another state championship. You actually had the game-sealing interception. Talk about that feeling and repeating.
I mean, it felt good. I haven't really played this season due to my injury. I only played 2 games, Destrehan and the championship game. I just want to thank God for the speed of recovery and how I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling good about it. And, I mean, it felt good to go back to back. I'm trying to go back to back my senior year. So, and it felt good getting the interception to win the game because everybody counted on me that play, and I did it for them.
Definitely, and then another one, like talk about that feeling of, Lafayette swept the championship. Y'all went 4 for 4. Talk about that feeling and bringing all the championships back to y'all area.
Oh, yeah. All them boys held it down. From LC, Jordan, Fitz, and Browlins, and Sage didn't play, but STM, Jack, and Walker, Karen Crew, all them boys from over there. It feels good, real good.
Well, definitely then going to Malik, I mean, you've had plenty of viral moments as far as just some of the plays that you made. So talk about, like, what was your favorite, like, catch-up moment that you've had?
My catch-up moment.
The camera.
Oh, all right. I got one. So we was in New Orleans for our camp. Miami and them came, and it was the last play. It was 4th down. It was 3rd down, and we had to score. And they rushed the quarterback. He just threw it up, and I caught it. But I thought I didn't get my feet in. But then we replayed it, and one of my feet got in. I was so surprised about that play. And another one, We was in Florida. And I balled out that whole game. And F3, they was right there. They was talking the whole game. And one dude, his partner had pulled out the camera phone for him to record. And I mossed his partner. And I say, send me that video too. And then after that, he deleted it right after. I couldn't get the video.
Well, yeah, and then I guess like another like quick question right after that is like, what's going through your mind when you going up for the ball?
Don't jump. Don't jump. I tell them all the time, don't jump. Just don't jump. Just don't. No, for real though. I got an ability to track the ball pretty well. I played baseball when I was younger, outfield. So, I mean, I can pretty track the ball, like, from anywhere. Like, when the ball in the air is just mine, I just feel like I'm going to catch it all the time.
Definitely. And then, okay, so for a question for both of y'all, like, we at the bootleggers tryouts. Both of y'all play for the bootleggers. Talk about, like, the bootlegger brotherhood and carrying that name with such prestige. Like, talk about playing for them and, like, what you've learned and what you want to take to the next level, what you from the bootleggers.
We have a lot of great alumni who came from bootleggers, like Devontae Smith, Derek Stingley, Amiga Robinson, a few others. Just to play for a team that they played for, and now they're in the college and doing their thing. Some of them in the NFL right now, and just to go through their path that they went through is great.
And then if you want to add on as well.
I would say for me, just playing on the team, just about like it's like a brotherhood for real. Like everybody want to see each other winning. You see somebody get off from the bootleggers, we turned up, and stuff like that.
Right, and then coming from your area, speaking of Lafayette, the 337 area, like a lot of people might not necessarily recognize y'all talent, but y'all kind of like help put the area on the map. Talk about that feeling of like putting on for y'all area.
Putting on for the area, for me, coming up young and rough, it's a great ability because I know a lot of people younger than me look up to me because, like LT said, when I walked in, everybody was looking at me and they were saying, that's Malik, he commits to LSU. It just makes you more humble inside just to keep on balling because, you know, you got younger kids looking up to you, so it's inspiring.
To me, just a blessing. Like ever since I've been blowing up and stuff like that, everybody looking up to me. How you do this? How you do that? How you get coaches to recognize you and stuff like that. I'm not the type of person, and I tell them I be breaking it down to them and stuff like that. Just a blessing to have all. Like
That's real, and then of course both of y'all work with Coach Hughes, y'all and a few others. So talk about like y'all connection with Coach Hughes and how he's helped develop y'all and help y'all grow.
He developed all of us grow from waking up early in the morning, even when we didn't want to work out, getting on the field, even though some things we might not want to do. He was just preparing us for tough times in the game, either tough times when we was battling each other, and just getting us all together just to work out instead of just working out by ourselves and bringing everybody from a little bit, people from the 3G7 just to put in work together.
He really the realest on my team, if I would say. He really recognized my talent before anybody did. And from last year, 707, he trusted me with feeds in the end zone and stuff like that. During the spring, contacted coaches for me, putting me on coaches. Me, Jordan.
Sending out film out to everybody.
Me, Jordan, Malik.
Sacrificing.
Behind Jordan Howard's training when he really didn't have to do that for free. Stuff like that.
Sacrificing his coaching for us, because I mean, if he put one of us on a coach and we don't turn out as he planned it, it can ruin his ability to coach, or he might have somebody really good, but he sent somebody really bad, and the coach didn't like that, so he can really mess up his stuff. So I mean, just for him sacrificing his will for us.
That man know what he's doing.
His time.
That man know what he's doing.
Definitely, and then a question from Malik, like talk about the Under Armour All-American. You got invited and you committed. Talk about that feeling, and like that's a tremendous accomplishment and a real blessing. Talk about that.
Yeah, when I got that call from Dimitri, I was applauded because I mean I was always dreaming about being an All-American. I think that was my #1 goal. And I mean, once you're All-American, nobody can take that from you. And just like a lot of people that's play basketball, McDonald's All-American. Once you got that on your back, you just carry that. That's more higher than anything.
Definitely. And then for Laterrance, I mean, of course, like, you still waiting, you still got time for that. Talk about that feeling being the number one corner in one of the probably the best states for football in Louisiana.
I feel good. It's really a blessing. Like me and Jordan always talked about that, like being the top in the state, and which we is right now. And I just want to thank God for that. And
Definitely. And then I guess like what, like for y'all in y'all area, like a lot of people in New Orleans they don't play both sides, but y'all play both sides, and you have offers at both sides, and y'all both get recognized at both sides. Both have clips that have their numbers at both sides. Talk about that, like why play both sides, and how do you feel like that helps your game?
it's fun.
I feel like when I play both sides, I just have the ability myself to change the game. Instead of me just being on offense, I can't just sit back and just let their offense just go to work. So I like to take the role as if they got a nice receiver, guard that receiver, lock him down. Don't let that's the mentality my cousin got. I think that's what he get it from me, from just the ability to go out and guard the best corner. Because I think that's where I get it from. We both look up to each other. I look up to some of them because they're corners and they're coming up, and they look up to me to guide them. So I mean, when we work out, we always compete against each other. And what I do to them, they can learn from it. What mistakes that they did, they ask me, what did I do wrong? How did I get them? Because I mean, I read everything about a DB technique before I go against them.
Just like yesterday, what's going on was, and if you would go against Malik, you would say was at the 10, you would say he doing a fade, and I guessed the route, and I was going for the fade, and he had a 10 and in, and like basically playing both sides is fun. Say next year I'm gonna have to play both sides because we're losing a lot of people. And cornerback too fun, and wide receiver fun too. So I just want to be a playmaker basically.
And I like being on defense because it's a challenge. Receiving is really a challenge, but DB is like a real challenge. A lot of things happen to DBs. You gotta be procedures about everything, and just being on the field at DB and just taking on that role and being able to do it, it's great.
Definitely. When people like watching y'all, like what's the best part of y'all game? Y'all feel like
my energy. I think that's the best part. My energy when I score, when I don't score, my energy. I'm always a happy person when I play the game.
I'm a leader, and I want to go against the best, and that's the only way you're gonna get better.
Definitely. And then I guess for my last question, is there anything y'all want to leave to the people watching and soon to be watching?
Keep on working. Your chance is coming soon. Just don't give up. Stop worrying about offers and stuff. I mean, if you're good, they're gonna find you.
Facts.
I learned from experience.
Nothing else being said. That's it.
Definitely. Well, I'm Anthony Rhodes Jr. I'm here with Malik Nabers, LSU commit, and the number one corner in 2022 in the boot, 4-star Laterrance Welch. Thank y'all for y'all time. Thank y'all for letting me interview y'all.